I love his music.
They just sing about everything you love.
BrianJames is awesome.
And I love the hand-me-downs.
The band is awesome.
The hand-me-downs came from where I grew up, in a small town where hard work and living paycheck to paycheck wasn't uncommon. Usually anything that we had left over we would spend on concerts or movies or things like that. And you know, I like to think that maybe there's someone out there in our audience that is, you know, out there giving us everything that they've got to be there. And you know, we want to show them the same respect by giving them everything that we have on stage as well.
Brian and I met about 2 years ago on a writing session, and we wrote a great song with a buddy of ours. And so I guess after that he came to the studio and sang a vocal, and man, he just did an awesome job on it. Everybody that heard it was like, who's the artist that's singing this song? And I knew Brian had a great voice, and he actually came to me and he's like, hey man, would you be interested in doing this band deal? And I was like, man, I would love to. And so we sat down for a couple months, I guess, and kind of fleshed out what we wanted it to be, and it just kind of took off from there.
So we tried to put together a list of the greatest musicians on the face of the planet. And when that fell through, we found some pretty amazing musicians here among our friends, and we all had similar goals and ambitions, so it came together pretty naturally. As a songwriter, I had a lot of different influences growing up. My dad listened to a lot of country music, and my mom listened to a lot of music from the 70s and 80s rock. And my sister liked to listen to pop music back in the day. So we always had a very diverse sound throughout the house at all times. Same goes with the guys here. You know, they've all come from very diverse backgrounds, from rock, pop, blues, country, soul, and even gospel. So as far as our style, I'd have to say we're crossover country, but how our sound is stylistically, we'd like to leave that up for our audience to decide. You know, a lot of promoters ask the same question. I try to give them the same answer every time. We put on a great show that's energetic and quality music, and we do our best to make sure that their customers want to return to their venue on a regular basis, as well as anytime we come back to town. We take our music very seriously, but as far as ourselves, we don't take ourselves too serious. You know, we try to be as engaging with our audience as possible and have a great time and make sure that they have a great time as well.
Every Saturday she's got to catch her for a ball. She's a whole package wrapped up in a suit.